Got it. We'll play.
We're gonna need it.
We'll really
Already.
be playing chess, though.
Here in New York, they play chess in like Union Square. I've always been too. I don't have the cojones to go.
Do you have the game though? You got the
I
skills?
could play chess.
You could slap the clock?
I'm bringing you to Thompson Square Park, and we're dropping you right in.
How scared? They're so intimidating.
I know.
They just sit there. They don't talk to you, and they're so aggressive. I'm like, I could never do that. But speaking of New York, the Giants finished last in the NFC East for the second straight season, leading to questions about quarterback Eli Manning's future with the team, leading to headlines like "Up in the Air" and "See No Eli." That's the back pages today. So for more on the latest conversation with Eli Manning, here is Giants Senior Vice President and General Manager Dave Gettleman. Knock yourself out.
Okay. Whoa.
Eli and I had a very extensive conversation on Monday. No holds barred. He took me in a low post and won, but you know, the bottom line is it was a very honest and upfront conversation. I'll keep what was said private between he and I. So I feel really good about the foundation that we've started to lay. Not happy with 5-11, nobody is. But I feel good about where we're headed.
Heard from Gettleman there. What are your expectations, guys, for this next season? But Triggs, even before we get there, can you just sort of lay out set the table for us?
All right, Eli's got one more year left on his contract. Technically, he's due $23 million. And last year, they put Geno Smith in a game, and the New York media went bonkers, and then Eli got the job back. And this year, Eli started every single game. Davis Webb has since been moved on from, and they got the number 8 pick in the draft. So I thought a very humorous tweet came from Adam Shine, who works on CBS and does
Time to shine.
He said, is Dave Gettleman and the Giants front office watching the Rose Bowl with Dwayne Haskins having this game, or are they watching old clips of Eli Manning from the Super Bowl right now, like on their phones? Like, there's this feeling that like the Giants are stuck in a bygone era and they're not ready to move on from Eli, and he's holding them hostage. I will say this. Mariano Rivera, Derek Jeter, they had great final seasons with the Yankees where everyone knew it was their final season. The cleanest thing possible is Eli says, I'm coming back for one more year. They can fed him like a king here in the city, and they draft a quarterback that he can groom, and everyone's on the same page. Unfortunately, football doesn't work out so pretty and easy as that, and Eli still thinks he's got some game left.
It's a great idea, though. I hope Eli has considered that.
That Jeter thing was obnoxious, though. All those gifts and everything everywhere. Eli is nothing if not a survivor. It's incredible to me because in this year, this is finally the year. It's not the star-studded quarterback class. Like, if Rosen or Darnold had decided, I'm going to go back to school and come out last year, and they're coming out this year, then the Giants would get one of them. It's done. You know what I'm saying? Or if even some of the guys who decided to stay in school, Eli is gone. It worked out so perfectly. I think that when they come out for that first series of the Giants season, the 1st and 10 from the 25, it's going to be number 10 out there again, and that's just because Eli is a survivor. And I don't know who they're going to take next year. Yeah. It's not the class that last year was. He avoided it.
Yeah, Schrags, you mentioned that you would hope they're on the same page, but they're not. They're not even on the same book. You know, a few years ago, it was, I would say half the Giants fans were like, you know what, give Eli his respect due. This is our guy. He brought 2 championships here. And now it's more like 25-75. 25% of the people were like, you know, we want Eli here. Yeah, of course, give him another shot. 75% is like it's time to move on. All right, that era is gone. I don't want to hop in a DeLorean and relive those moments. Eli isn't that same guy. Yeah, he played well at the end of the season, but at the beginning of the season, he was missing so many balls downfield that it had to make you think that there was a better option.
5-11, they weren't good this year.
They weren't good. At one point, Odell had more 50-yard passes than Eli did.
Yeah, right.
And this isn't me beating up on Eli, because y'all know I love Eli. He's one of the individuals that always handled it the right way. He never went up there and shifted the blame like some of these quarterbacks, maybe some we talked about today, but he never went up there, pointed the finger. He always took it on himself.
But can he convert a 3rd and 12?
That's the ultimate question.
3rd and 4.
And if he can't, and you're going to bring him back, you can't pay him $20 million. You have to go to Eli and say, listen, I need you to take a pay cut. You know, with you and where you're at in your career, we need to get some money back so we can start to build better players around you and set ourselves up for the future when you do leave. And that's just the way it got to be.
What if they do a swan song, they stick with Eli, they make that commitment, they draft a guy, though, in the process, and they pick 6th right now, right? Looking ahead at the teams that are going to pick ahead of them, Cardinals, Niners, Jets, Raiders, Bucks. Cardinals, Niners, Jets, they're not drafting a quarterback.
You're right. They got theirs.
Even though we know the draft class is not very deep, they have a good shot at taking the first or second quarterback off the board.
Yeah, Daniel Jones from Duke.
Let him sit. Let him
Haskins
sit.
from Ohio State.
Listen, we say that there's no quarterbacks every year. We say it this time of year.
There's going to be a quarterback.
And then
And hey,
comes the
and hey, let me
draft.
tell you something. If Kyler Murray comes out, don't sleep on Kyler Murray being the
Don't
first
sleep.
quarterback off the board, even though he's 5'9". The NFL's changed.
5'7".
5'7"? You saw him in person. How big is he?
He's about 5'7", man. 5'8".
Kyler Murray could still be the first quarterback
All right.
taken.
There's a whole Saquon conversation to be had here too.
Best pick they've ever made.
Best pick.
Best
He's
pick
the
they've
future.
ever made.
Ain't no
Picking
conversation.
6. So what's the record? What is that? 5 and
11.
Pick the best pick ever.
Without Saquon, they would have been 0-16.
Saquon's the future.
That's the thing. They'd be number one.
And with Darnold, what would they have been?
We'll never know.
At least have an answer.
They
Without
got a Hall of
Saquon,
Fame player.
That
I will
sounds like a
take it.
July conversation.
They'd be what the
See you
Jets
then.
were this year.
Put it in the calendar. Yeah. Does anybody at the breakfast table believe this right here is going to happen again?
Funny you ask.
Very possible.
What, now you guys are crickets? What's the deal?
I'll see you in Atlanta, Nicholas.
I just get charmed when I see that. Cheshire Cat.